Let's go to the last question today, which interestingly enough also has to do with race. Let's take a listen.
Hi, David. I was wondering if you think the white race or the Caucasian race is the worst race on the planet. Thanks. Bye.
This is such a troll question, but I wanted to include it anyway, Lewis. When we talk about whatever it is, that white privilege is a thing in predominantly white countries, or we talk about Black Lives Matter is not a movement that tells us that all lives don't matter, right? When we're supportive of Black Lives Matter, when we talk about issues in our culture that disproportionately impact minorities, we're not saying white people are bad. We're not ranking the races. We're not doing any of that. Now, it's funny that we got this voicemail because we do once a month or so, whenever we have a discussion about race, get emails from people saying, why do you hate white people? And the funniest thing about those emails is, on the one hand, when we talked about the Black Lives Matter thing a couple weeks ago, we said some things that were to some people controversial. And we got emails and voicemails saying, you guys are white supremacists. As white people, you are completely uncaring about other races. Other times we're criticized for having anti-white points of view because we're Jewish, not white. And other times I'm criticized for having a pro-Hispanic point of view with regard to immigration because I'm Hispanic, because I'm from Argentina. What are we to take, Lewis, from the glaring inconsistency as to what racial slurs we are the victims of?
Well, look, we've been hit with everything. And
Yeah.
I think that means we're doing a good job because
Well, not by definition, right? I mean, you could be.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. If someone can attack us from all of those different angles,
Okay.
for whatever their reasons are, that to me, that seems like we are covering these issues in a good way, and we are touching on everything because we are getting attacked from every angle.
So I think, in other words, if you say, hey, everybody's criticizing me, so I must be doing something right, that doesn't always make sense, right? If you're changing a tire and everybody with an idea of how to change a tire is criticizing you for different reasons, that's not proof you're doing something right. You might be doing everything wrong. However, if the criticism is that we are too critical of many different groups, sometimes aligning along race lines, and at the same time, we are irrational defenders of different racial groups, maybe it's just that we're critical when that's the right thing and we defend when that's the right thing. Maybe that's the possibility you're suggesting.
Well, I like to think that we're critical of everything. And so when you are critical of everything, you are going to draw in hate from, the people who feel strongly about whatever you are critical against. And so I think it's important to be critical about everything because, hey, that's good journalism, right?
All right. Very, very interesting questions this week. We figured out that Lewis is an Iranian Polish American. And we have also figured out that the same people can be criticized as white supremacists, Hispanic sympathizers, and non-white Jews, all for their comments within the same context on the same television and radio program. So it's been quite enlightening. On today's bonus show, we will talk about President Obama's heroin plan, the Faroe Island whale hunt, and I actually have a lot to say about that. Jared from Subway pleads guilty to child porn. All of those stories and more, go to davidpakman.com/membership to sign up today.